The basis of Iran's civilization is deeply rooted in Islam. This Zoroastrian, Mahayana Buddhist, Mithraist, Catholic hogwash is all revisionist garbage motivated by anti-Islamic resentment, mostly coming out of the diaspora. We also need to stop creating and promoting pseudoscientific garble trying to relate us to certain European ethnicities, whether it's the Slavs, Germanics, Latinos, or Anglo-Saxons, because there's no genetic evidence to back any of that up. The early Iranics who migrated to Iran and India weren't Europids or white people because their hybridization with the native Iranian farmers had already been complete while they were still in Central Asia. The Yagnobis and Pamiris of Tajikistan, who most closely resemble what they looked like, still derive about half of their ancestry from the native Iranian farmers. Secondly, the local material cultures of the region that were there before the Aryans arrived, like the Giroft, Bimak, Helmand, and Elamite cultures, all did more to lay the groundwork for the Iranian civilization than the Indo-European invaders did. Just because the names of Catalonia, Catalan, Ireland, and Saxon are all Iranic in origin, that all means soup in Spanish. It's nice to learn and inform people about this stuff, but how does any of this info help you out in the real world? How does your extensive knowledge of Wikipedia help you? We have a cultural commonality with our neighboring Arab and Turkic countries, not Europeans or Westerners. Whenever I've visited a coffee shop run by North Africans in Belgium or some doner kebab joint in Germany, I've felt more at home in those places than I have at the local McDonald's of that city. The etymological relationship between Shabbat Yalda from the Iranian tradition and Yule Day from the Nordic tradition, and all these pseudo-commonalities that these Aryanist ideologues conjure up and come up with, they're all just coincidences and shallow observations. And also inconsequential. The French have a stronger claim to the chivalric culture brought to Europe by the Sarmatians than we do, and only the British can claim ownership of the Arthurian legends, even though they're supposedly Scythian, Sarmatian in origin. Go to any city in Kurdistan, Iran, or Afghanistan and talk about the chivalric culture, or the Arthurian legends, or the Faustian ethos of the Germanics there, and they'll be totally lost. Nobody cares about who started the scientific method, or who started algebra, who started chemistry, philosophy. Nobody cares about the ethnic origins of the people who brought Buddhism to China and Japan, or the ethnicity of the Islamic authors who helped kickstart the Renaissance in the West. It's all irrelevant. There are people turning towards the pre-Islamic heritage inside Iran and the Kurdistan regions of Iraq and Turkey and Syria today, but they're not vindicative of the majority population. They're like the Mexicans advocating for a return to their pre-Hispanic or pre-Christian Mayan and Aztec heritage when their Christian Hispanic heritage is undeniably stronger. Do you want the whole world to accept that Iranics are the Aryan master race or something like that, and that non-Iranics are their subordinates and sperm? I don't even know what the end goal behind this activity and behavior even is, what the point behind all of it is. You don't even get any credit for what you were in the past. Nobody cares about what you were or what you achieved 200 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 500 years ago, 10 years ago, or even last week. What matters is the now. And lastly, people like Avicenne, Khwarizmi, Al-Razi, and the like aren't vindictive of the average Iranian's intelligence. It's a laughable fallacy to think of an individual's accomplishments as an entire nation's accomplishments. End of rant. And this is where I end my dissertation. Thank you for watching.